Hey everyone, this is going to be a quick under 5 minute presentation. My goal is to give you a product that would resemble an answer in class, so I don't want to drag it on and on. This is our Chapter 4 product on Saber-Tooth curriculum. So just to introduce the main characters as I see them in this chapter, we have the professors who have been at the university for some time, and a professor towards the end of the chapter who provides a foil to them who falls and hits his head and then has this kind of Shakespearean fool moment where he sort of just pops out with the truth. And just to touch on the establishment professors first, establishment professor is a moniker assigned to them by the author. In the text, they are tiger scaring professors first, but this goes on to become many other fields of Paleolithic university professors. The tiger scaring professors have a ritual where they kiss the butt of the torch that they use to invoke magic that allows their discipline to be more important and uh, more esteemed than the disciplines that are around them. Obviously, this is an artificial injection of value. There's nothing discernible or anything that can be explained beyond just that it's magic. And this is either an in earnest or dishonest attempt for their professors to make their subject more important. Besides the tiger scaring professor, there are professors in the fish catching and horse clubbing discipline that follow suit, and they're able to kind of cheat people into elevating their subject as well, but must first kind of acknowledge that the professor that invented, because this is an invention, the magic in the first place, had somehow a higher level of the magic. The author's choice to call it kissing the butt of the torch kind of insinuates that this may have something also to do with nepotism or some kind of sycophancy that may be pushing some subjects or another forward in the university. And that may have less to do with the content of the subject themselves. The obscure professor provides a foil to the establishment professors. It is a professor who's not given a name, who falls down towards the end of the chapter, hits their head, and in their brain injury kind of starts to speak the truth. The truth being that the university should be guiding a body of students towards a vision of society, and it would follow that this is by means of a practical education rather than a theoretical, obscure, expect impossible to understand justification for the subject. And at the time that Pettawell was writing this, there may have been a lot of this kind of activity going on where he was educated. Pettawell is a pen name of an author named Benjamin, who was educated in Stanford and may have also been a part of more establishment forms of the university. If you contrast the, I feel that it is important to contrast this with a event that was actually happening in the time where called the Milliford grants, which gave land and funding for the establishment of new styles of university throughout the country. This grant, which I put on my historical timeline, was responsible for many of the electrical engineering schools that pop up that you'll see in every state. I don't know that Texas A&M is a specific example of this, but A&M style colleges throughout the country were being sponsored. I bring this up to point out that although Benjamin was seeing this type of stuff going on around him, it may not have been the case universally while he was writing this in 1940. Just a quick little moving along to what this means for us today. We're in a time where online forms of communication are often secondary in value to others, but that might not be a good reason for that. I know it's an odd parallel, but online dating used to be very stigmatized and now is a mainstream or perhaps the most common form for adults to start dating. Online education is likewise a new endeavor. Most universities that offer an online education and offer other programs will not let you complete all of their programs online. This may be because it is difficult to staff and provide every course online that you provide in the classroom, or perhaps it is because of some impossible to an ineffable quality, maybe that parallels the magic of an in classroom experience that, or at least Pettawell would class it as magic. So I hope you found this insightful. I really do appreciate your time, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.